welcome to this episode of The Daily. My name is Brendan Malone. Well, last week Beyonce's new album Lemonade dropped, and the way some critics are talking about this album, you would think that she has just used a musical canvas to reproduce a modern version of the Mona Lisa that we should all sort of bow down and be in awe of. That isn't actually what's happened here. This is literally just cookie-cutter bubblegum pop music. It's just lowbrow pop music. The lyrics betray that. There's a lot of content on there that's just sort of simplistic, rhyming bubblegum pop. You know, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But let's not talk this up as if it's some great pinnacle of musical achievement. It really isn't. There's a whole lot of other content, lyrical content on there that I wouldn't want my daughters exposed to. People are talking about this like she's a strong, empowered woman. In actual fact, a lot of the lyrical content on this actually sounds like she's just a bitter, angry woman who doesn't actually know how to interact with the world around her properly. So she's just being like some sort of childish bully who is threatening people with violence. That's not female empowerment. That's not good for human persons. If you want to be a person who actually finds meaning and depth in your life and is able to navigate this world and relationships with other people around you in a way that gives you meaning and direction and purpose, then you don't want to imitate a lot of the stuff that Beyoncé is saying on this particular album. And what's even more interesting about this whole phenomenon of really talking up this sort of cookie-cutter, mass-produced music is the fact that this album was dropped on the same week that we heard the very tragic news about the death of Prince. And Prince genuinely was a very, very talented musician. There have been very few musicians like Prince. Prince was a musician's musician. He recorded a whole lot of music, and he had a vault in his home where there's a whole lot of music and music videos that were stored. I don't know if we'll get to see them now he's dead, but he recorded a whole lot of music which got to the point of even producing music videos for, which he just didn't consider good enough to be released, so he put it in his vault and it was never to be released. It's quite, that's the sort of level of perfection that you're dealing with. This is a guy that didn't just write his own music, but he wrote a whole lot of songs for other musicians in all sorts of genres that a lot of people just wouldn't even be aware of. So it's sort of bizarre to me, at the same time we are celebrating this amazing talent, this musician's musician, and the death of Prince, and we're mourning his loss, we then got these same critics who are then talking up this lowbrow, cookie-cutter, bubblegum, mass-produced music. The two things just don't seem to make a lot of sense to me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on The Daily.